Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Luling Eagles Sports on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. And now let's go down to the broadcast booth with the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast crew of Eric Lugo, Brad Wright, and Gregory Tracy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Marion, Texas for tonight's District 13 3A contest between your Luling Eagles, who are the visiting team, and the Marion Bulldogs, who are the home team. I want to welcome you to the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. This is Eric Lugo, your play-by-play voice for football on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast, joined now by one of my color colleagues, Mr. Brad Wright. Brad, how you doing?
Doing great, Eric. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And soon to be joining us, not too sure exactly when, but here pretty quickly, our other old reliable, our old faithful color commentator, Greg Tracy. He is on the way, so I'm not sure exactly where he's at, but we should be seeing him, I'm hoping, by the end of the first quarter. So for now, you just have Brad Wright and myself. So we just had the coin toss here, as you can see. We're about to have the national anthem, and so again, to avoid any issues with any music playing during the broadcast, we're going to be muting the national anthem, and then we'll come back live with you once that's done. But for now, pretty much, if you saw our post during the week, my post during the week, you know that the playoffs for your Luling Eagles pretty much start tonight. If they lose this game, they are out of UIL playoff contention in 2022. They must win in order to qualify, and if they do win, if you saw my post from earlier in the week, they will qualify as the 4th seed, and they will take on the district champion from District 14 3A.
Jordanton.
Okay, so that'd be Jordanton. Last year it was Poteet was in that district, and that's who we faced last year and lost in the playoff game that we had.
At this time, would you please rise and remove your hats?
So we're about to have the national anthem, so we'll be back with you shortly.
High school.
Okay, so we're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. Again, Brad Wright, Eric Lugo with you from Marion, Texas, Marion's ISD Stadium. Tonight, November 3rd, 2022. Of course, this game was supposed to have been played tomorrow night, but I saw that several games, not just ours, but several others in the area have been moved because there apparently is a concern for some inclement weather that's supposed to be arriving about this time tomorrow evening. So therefore, they made the decision between the school districts of Luling and Marion to go ahead and move the game to tonight to make sure there was no issue with getting the game in tomorrow night and having someone have a short week going into the playoffs, because one of these two teams will qualify, Brad.
Yeah, and it's about half the games scheduled for this week in the state have been moved to Thursday night, I saw. So it's not just something in our area, it's the entire state doing it.
So we're about to get underway here. The Eagles are kicking off. Number 21, Isaac Pena, kicks it away and goes by the Marion player, and not sure exactly happened. I think he might have lost track of where the football was, Brad, and then ball went right by him and all the way into the end zone. Rare touchback for your.
I think that's our first one of the year.
Right, it might be. So be 1st and 10. And just to let everyone know, going in right now, the clock, as you can see, is not there. It's not working. we decided to go ahead and not use a second camera that we had. So we'll keep you updated as far as time's concerned, but at least you'll be able to see the score. Hopefully the scoreboard won't crash too much where we'll have to turn it off like we have on some of the other road trips we've had. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs in shotgun formation. Takes a snap, throw out to number 4 and complete, and that's going to be a sizable gain on 1st down, the first play for the Marion Bulldogs. That's number 4, Dominic Castellanos for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 2. Well, actually, they're calling it 1.
Yep.
So, and the line of scrimmage will be the 34-yard line. So again, Marion shotgun formation, backs to either side of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it off. Again, Castellanos, number 4, and I believe he's going to have a 1st down on that. He did cross the 35, so that's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And the line of scrimmage will be, looks like the 37. So again, in shotgun formation, single back to the 11. It looks like some movement, so the Eagles may get a flag on that. Let's see, they may get the benefit of penalty on the Bulldogs. We'll see what that's about.
Yeah, I don't see how that could be on the defense. We didn't come across and hit anybody, so it'd have to be on offense.
Oh, flag waved off, so never mind then. Let me turn it off on our scoreboard. So again, it'll be 1st and 10. The line of scrimmage is 37 of the Bulldogs. And again, shotgun formation for the quarterback. Single back to his left. Snap taken. And handoff to the running back that was to his left. I believe that's number 3, Bo Stahl. So a fairly good gain again on 1st down for the Bulldogs. It's going to put the ball at the, looks like the 42, so that's a gain of about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. So again, shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers here to the left and 1 to the right. A single back behind him. Takes a snap. Fake. It looked like it was a fake handoff, but it wasn't. But the runner was bottled up. Let's see who that was. It looks like that was 3, Stahl once again. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down, the first 3rd down of the game. Looks like he even lost a yard on that.
Because Stahl had been quarterbacking them lately, I believe.
Oh,
So,
so there you go. Breaking news for you here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
Well, he had missed some of the first games early in the season with injury, and he just came back. So maybe they're going to put them both back there.
Shotgun formation, handoff, and it looks like the Eagles are going to. Isaac Pena has him stopped, yes, and now he gets help, and there will be a tackle there, a substantial loss for the Bulldogs. So excellent defense for the Eagles there on 3rd down. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and the Bulldogs will have to punt it away. The forward progress is going to be given to the 36-yard line. That's still a loss of about 5 on that play. So it'll bring up 4th and 11. So Eagles start off good on defense, Brad. Good sign. We'll see what happens going forward. Back in punt formation are the Bulldogs. And there's a punt. And the ball's going to take a roll. And Keegan Reiser was back there to take the punt, but just elected to just let it roll, and so it'll be down at about the 27-yard line, it looks like, of the Eagles. So the Eagles will have their first opportunities on offense to try and put some points on the board. And again, for those of you just joining us, this is in essence a playoff game tonight because the loser is out and will not qualify for this year's playoffs. The winner will be in. If it's Marion, they will be the 2 seed in District 13 3A Division 1. If it's the Eagles, they will be the 4 seed. So Reiser in shotgun formation, single back to his right, takes a snap, fakes a handoff, and a throw out here to the flat. Nehemiah Murray, good catch by Nehemiah there, and gets up the field. Good gain there on 1st down for your Eagles. And I see Gregory Tracy is making his way over here to the broadcast area, so he should be here pretty shortly. And the ball will be spotted at the 32, so a gain of 5 for the Eagles, looks like, on 1st down. Of course, Stephanie coming in as well. She's our normal camera operator, so Brad will sure be glad to get a break from that. Handoff to Tank, Caden Lopez. That's a 1st down, and he crosses to about the 45-yard line, so it'll be a 1st and 10 for your Eagles at that spot.
Now notice on that, Kylan Black lost his helmet, and if you remember back earlier in the year, he kept playing, and he kept getting those penalties. This time he learned. He stopped immediately, threw his hands up in the air, gave himself up. And
so a 1st and 10, riser in shotgun formation, single back to his left is Lopez. So they stop and check with the sidelines for the play. So riser back to take the snap. And there it is, handoff to Tank, and not much doing there for Tank. The Bulldogs had that sniffed out all the way. So it looks like it's going to be about a loss of 1 there. So it'll be a 2nd and 11. And ball back to the 44 of the Eagles.
Approaching 8:30 left to play here in this first quarter.
And again, if you just join us, Brad will be giving you the time as we go because the clock seems to crash the scoreboard, so we don't want to do that for sure. Won't you at least know what the score is at all times? So a handoff again to Tank. This time a much better run for Tank. He gets to midfield. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5 for your Eagles. So Eagles trying to look to the sidelines here to get the play. And they get it, and riser again in shotgun formation. Caden to his left. Single receiver to the right is Nick Estrada, number 14. 2 receivers to the left. There's a snap. Handoff. A good run here by Tank once again. 1st down for sure. And he'll cross the 35 and get to about the 33, it looks like. 1st and 10 for your Eagles. So your Eagles starting out good on both sides of the football. A couple of 1st downs already on offense. Good stop on defense as they started out in that side of the football. So again, riser in shotgun formation. Single back to his left and pass, and it's bounced. And
gonna call that
ball, they're calling that a lateral. Yeah, so the Eagles benefit from that. Didn't really look like it to me, Brad, but the officials didn't agree with me, and so that's going to be a 1st and goal for the Eagles. They didn't blow the play dead, so it definitely will be a 1st and goal.
None of the players really stopped on it. Both teams kept playing. So
1st and goal. And it looks like the ball's going to be spotted at about the 7. So that's what I'm trying to get the line of scrimmage. We have some fans here at the stadium telling us they're going to be giving us updates on the Astros while this game's going on. So that we sure appreciate that. Handoff to Tank. Tank bounces off. He's going to I believe he's going to get in. Yes! Touchdown, Eagles! So the Eagles with a strong start again on both sides of the football. And the touchdown gives them an early 6-0 lead with an extra point to come. And 7 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first quarter. So riser back to hold for Isaac Pena. And there's a snap. Oh, it's a bobble. Let's see if he can score a 2-point conversion. Let's see. It's close. I believe he did get in. Yes. I don't think that was by design in any way, shape, or form. And Brad seems to agree with me. But we will sure take it. So again, with 7 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first quarter, your new score is going to be your Luling Eagles 8 and the Marion Bulldogs 0. And Brad, those 2 points could very well come into play as this game moves on.
Absolutely. Every point's critical in this game.
So again, want to welcome all of you in if you're just joining us here at Marion, Texas for the Luling Eagles versus Marion Bulldogs. Again, this is in essence a playoff game because the loser is going home. There is no tomorrow, basically. The winner will qualify for the playoffs. Again, if it's the Luling Eagles, it'll be as the 4 seed in District 13 3A Division 1. If it's the Bulldogs, it'll be as the 2 seed. So, but a good start again for the Eagles. Looks like so far, Brad, they've showed up to play some ball today, and it's good to see on both sides of the football. So, because as you mentioned, that's what it's going to take for them to come out on top tonight. So Isaac Pena again back to kick it off, and there it is. And this time it's fielded. I believe that's Stahl once again, number 3, and he makes a man miss, and he goes up the field. Good return on that kickoff for number 3, Bo Stahl.
Run back all the way to the
And so he's going to get near midfield. He's going to be actually, I think, about the 46. So that's where they'll start, 1st and 10. Will the Marion Bulldogs. And just as far as the other district, and the reason that we kind of know what the seedings are going to be, Blanco is taking on Cole tonight, which we don't, since Cole has not won a game all year, we don't anticipate them starting tonight. And then also,
boy, they could throw a wrench in things that they do.
and Randolph is off this week. They had the bye, so they're actually already through with their regular season. There's a snap, handoff, and bottled up by the Eagles. That's a handoff from the quarterback, number 14, Dylan Sanchez. And I believe it was handed to 22, Christian Sanchez. I'm assuming that they're related somehow. And so it's not going to be much of a gain. Maybe I would say no gain, the 2nd and 10. Just looking at where the down marker is. So again, shotgun formation for Sanchez. Takes a snap, looks out to the flat, throws it complete. And let's see, I believe that was the number 4 on that reception. Again, that's Dominic Castellanos. And he is down where his knee went down apparently in Eagle territory at the Eagle 49-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and looks like about 5, but I'd call it 6, I guess. Just looking at where the down marker is, and
yeah, I'd call
it 6. Yeah. So shotgun formation again for the quarterback. Single back to his right. There's a snap taken. Eagles coming on a blitz. And there's a catch, but I believe he's going to be short on the 1st down. That's number 1, Chase Hallmark. But it is going to be short by about, looks like a yard, I'd say, Brad. You would call it about a yard?
About a yard and a half, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a yard and a half. So ball spotted at the 44 of the Eagles. But again, it is 4th down.
It's like Marion's keeping the offense on the field.
So they're going to go for it. They realize, like you mentioned, Brad, how important this game is. So they're trying to move the sticks here on 4th down. They're getting the play from the sidelines. So seems to be a little confusion on their part. Got a back behind him and a back to the side as a quarterback, and he takes a snap, and there's a hit, but I believe he falls forward. It's going to be close, but I believe he is going to have, and there's a flag. We're going to have a first, what appears to be a 1st down, looked like a 1st down from what I could tell, and then a flag came out late. So I don't know what that flag is about. We'll find out.
But if he's down first, then he's short. That should be Eagle ball. And then the 15 will go dead ball.
The flag did come in awfully late, Brad, so I would have to agree with you on that.
We'll let the guys who are getting paid figure that one out. But
for sure. So right now we've got a little bit of a break. Want to, of course, recognize all our sponsors. Thank you for all your support, not just for football season, but for all you do for us throughout all the season. Of course, our 2 title sponsors, Mom's Front Porch and Uncle Wiggly's Wieners. Let's see, we get the call here. And let's see, still waiting on the man in the white hat there, that being the referee. Looks like he's a little confused, which is not good because he's supposed to be the lead official.
Offense, coach is yelling for offense.
So apparently it was short. They lined the gain for the Bulldogs as far as that part goes.
Yeah, he was about a foot short.
So let's see what the penalty flag is about. We still haven't gotten that yet. So let's see, like you mentioned, Brad, if it is on the Eagles, well, they'll back up the Eagles 50. I would imagine it would be an unsportsmanlike, so it will be 15 yards. But I know you and I were talking right before we went on, and they got to watch out for those penalties. Greg and I last week talked about that too.
I mean, the chains are clear. He has to be across the 48, and he's not. So he's going to be short of the 1st. I'm not sure what the holdup is here.
And speaking of Greg, do we have Greg on? Greg, are you?
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. You're Mr. Greg Tracy now with us.
We're going to bring the chains out and measure this.
They are going to measure. Well, I'm not sure why they didn't just, they
like how you did that after you already moved on.
Yeah, right. You already, it was already after the fact. You already had
because the down marker moved back. So
while we're waiting on the measurement, again, our other sponsors, Texas Trusted Insurance, Baker Boys Barbecue, Luling Foundation Farm, Cricket Wireless, or hotspot provider.
These chains are not right, but you
Yes,
see there on the camera, he is short.
For sure. So short, so the ball will go over to the Eagles on downs.
That was really a waste.
So the Luling Foundation Farm, maybe get finished. I'm sorry, Greg, may interrupt you.
I was just saying that was wasted. I used to work the chain.
It's a artificial field, so the lines are straight, and the ref should be able to eyeball that one. But I think we will get the penalty now on the Eagles.
And our three newest sponsors, of course, thank you to them also for their support. That'd be Magnolia Mart, Syntex Smokers, and D&T Wrecker Service. So, of course, we'll try to give them some more shout-outs. Hopefully this won't be the last broadcast. If we win, we'll at least have one more. So, and that would be nice for us. We definitely look forward to that next week, whenever it would happen to be. But
they can't make this a 1st and 25, though. This got to be a 1st and 10.
And they are moving the chains. Right when you said that, I noticed the officials waving them to move the actual chain, the 10-yard chain. I guess you'd call that.
That's where you just pull the chain and the next person come with you.
Right.
So it will be 1st and 10 for your Eagles, as Brad mentioned. But only thing is now it'll be backed up to about the 30.
Call it 28.
28-yard line, I guess it is.
That's
so
where we started last time, wasn't it?
So 1st and 10. Oh, a fumble by Keegan. He has to fall on it. So not a good start there for your Eagles on that first offensive snap of this series.
And Marion's going to bark at the refs all night long with the little bumps and pushes, try to get them unsportsmen, and that's something that we got to. That's going to be key tonight.
Just I wonder if players flop and then get up and beg for the flag.
Rodman, or who is a flopper in NBA?
Depends on who you ask.
Oh, Shaq.
2nd and 16 looks like, and then ball will be at about the 23, and there's a throw and a good catch, a good slant, or I should say out pattern, I guess, run by number 4, Javon Jackson. Sure, Mama's listening, Lamondria, and watching. So a short gain for the Eagles, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. And this one will be at about the 29-yard line.
4:24 left in the first quarter.
And it is 3rd and looks like about 10.
I might have to go sit there with Mark and stretch my headset. He's got the game on down there.
So there's a snap. Riser. Oh, he's getting blitzed. He's actually trying to get away. Oh, and the ball came out. Not sure if it was down. They're calling him down. So it's going to go be a 4th down for your Eagles. They're going to look to punt the football away.
It'll be 4th down for the Eagles.
So 4th down, and the ball looks like right about the 22-yard line or so. So it'll be 4th and about about 18, I'd say, on that. So definitely punting situation for your Eagles. There's a snap, and it's Nehemiah Murray back to punt. Oh, a couple of Marion defenders almost blocked that, but ends up being a good punt, and it takes an Eagle roll, and it'll be down. It's still going about the 37.5, I'd say, yard line. So we'll call it the 38. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at that spot.
So give Murray another 40 on that punt.
So the Eagles back on defense, and so far they've been doing well. So let's hope they keep it up.
3:29 left in the first quarter.
That's a good sight, seeing on the sideline, seeing Coach Robledo back.
Yeah, it's good.
He was surely missed last week.
Somehow the score, I did have it as 8-0. Somehow it changed. So what you're seeing there in front of you, it may have been I have to straighten out the scoreboard again. There's a pass and caught by the Bulldogs, and they go up the field short of the 1st down.
Picked up about 7 on the play. 2nd down.
So it'll be about gain of 7 there. It'll be 2nd down. And yes, the scoreboard did crash. That's why it wasn't moving. So it'll be 2nd and about 3. And again, the ball at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. There's a snap. And number 3, that's Stahl. I know, Brad, you mentioned that he had been quarterbacking. And I'm seeing that the Astros have gone ahead in the World Series early. Of course, the game just started. 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. So another important play on defense for your Eagles. So Bulldogs, shotgun formation, backs to either side. Handoff is going to be a first down. It was number 4, Castellanos, on that run. He crosses midfield, so he's going to be in Eagle territory at the Eagle 49. So now the scoreboard is correct at 8-0. Getting down toward the end of the first quarter, late in the first quarter.
2:20 left.
And I already getting the message from Mama. Yes, she is listening. So, Lamondria, shout out to you, Lamondria. So there's a snap. Handoff, number 3, Stahl, who went back to running back there. So looks like they're doing a little bit of mixing up on that, Brad, between him being quarterback and being a running back.
Yeah, from what I understand, he's probably one of their best all-around athletes, so they're going to try every way possible to keep the ball in his hands as much as possible.
So the ball spotted at the 46, 2nd and 7. So again, shotgun formation, backs to either side of the quarterback. And there's a handoff. It's going to be Stahl once again. Stahl, good pursuit, good tackle right in front of us. And guess who? Number 4, Javon Jackson. So I'm sure Mama's jumping up and down in the living room or wherever she's at right about now. So
and a great play because he came from the safety on the far side of the field. He just, man, he found him a line he wanted after that back, and he just
full speed ahead too.
Absolutely.
So no gain on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So another big play on defense for your Eagles. Quarterback number 14 for the Bulldogs, Dylan Sanchez, and takes a snap, drops back, got a blitz coming, but he gets away from it. Eagles are ball came out. The Eagles, I believe, fell on it, so it should be their ball. He was not down. He took the shot and the ball came out. As soon as he fell, looks like he's shaking up a little bit. That was the quarterback, Sanchez, but the ball did come out and the Eagles did fall on it. So the first turnover of the game goes to the Eagles.
That was good.
And he does appear to be shaken up, does Sanchez. He still hasn't gotten up. Yeah, he finally did get up. The ball will be spotted, we'll call that the 36 for the Eagles, their own 36.
I was going to say that was good sportsman by Kylan Black and Nehemiah. Went over there and checked on him, but Marion kind of pushed him away. But, kind of being, that's
kind of the opposite of what we've been seeing from a lot of these Eagles most of the season.
That's what caught my eye. I'm like, okay, am I looking at the right jerseys here?
We didn't mention, Greg, before you got here, the Eagles got to watch the silly penalties, that seemed to plague them a lot last week when you and I were doing the broadcast there at home. So
I was contemplating. I did everything I can to get off early today to just try to make it.
Well, we're glad you're here, Greg. We appreciate you being here, all the contributions you make for us. So I don't think I have to tell you that, but in case I do there, I just did. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So 1st and 10, Riser back in shotgun formation, single back to his left, takes a snap. That back, he hands it to that back. That's Caden Tank, and he's going to have a good gain on first down. Going to gain about 8 yards, it looks like. So going to bring up a 2nd and about 2 for your Eagles. They need to their own 46 to move the sticks.
I'm pretty sure at work they're tired of hearing about the broadcast, but tell them we still got basketball and softball.
Yeah,
baseball.
Tell them tough.
Tell them we still have some football games to do too, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
So shotgun formation, snap taken, another handoff to Tank. Looks like that's going to be a first down for your Eagles. Going to put them near midfield. They're going to be right at the 40. Sorry about that, the 49-yard line. Been fighting a little bit of sniffles all week, so I apologize if I don't mean to cough in anyone's ear, but just so you have fair warning.
Yeah, you got to have your voice for basketball.
For sure. I got to have it for a lot of stuff. So,
our first one is Tuesday.
Yes.
So 1st and 10. Again, shotgun formation. Riser takes a snap, throws a screen pass. Number 1, one of the Ledesmas. And another good gain. That's James Ledesma. I always want to make sure I get which Ledesma is which. So
that's going to end the first quarter.
Going to be another first quarter, and that is the end of the first quarter, as Brad mentioned, with your score, your Luling Eagles 8 and the Marion Bulldogs 0.
Slide your computer this way. I'm going to move the camera over to Stephanie.
Okay.
Yeah, you got your camera operator back.
Yes, so Well, while we're in the break,
Can you slide it more, Eric?
Oh. Does she need to see it?
Well, no, it's the cable length.
Oh, okay.
Sure we have plenty
let me
of
move
cable.
over to your side. Can you move that a little bit to about your feet? So.
Did we ever get a longer one, or is that the?
While we're in the break, we're going to run the commercial for Mom's Front Porch. So stay tuned. You are watching the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast.
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that
Didn't even think about that,
where
Greg.
you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come
Eric, I got an HDMI extender if you want to give that more room, or...
We can do it at half. Let's do it at half.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
At 401 East Davis Street.
Okay, so we're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. Eric Lugo, Brad Wright, and Greg Tracy with you from Marion, Texas. Marion ISD Stadium. Not sure what exactly the name of their stadium is, but that's what I'm calling it. So 1st and 10 for your Eagles. Fake handoff by Reiser, and he rolls to his left. He's going to gain a few, and a late shot. And then we talked about, Greg, is you and I did last week. They got to watch the silly penalties, and they got to maintain the composure, most importantly, because you don't want to draw a silly flag, especially since you're moving the ball on this particular drive.
Yeah, and you notice they got up and the coaches were right there, but still, the refs got to call that both ways. Marion did have a little bit, but I could say, they were running out of bounds, kind of let up a little bit.
So a ball be at the 36. Again, Reiser in shotgun formation. Looks like that's Tank to his left. The snap. Handoff, and it is Tank, but Tank will not get much on this particular run. He's going to get to about the 35, and that's it. So it'll bring up a 3rd and about 8 for your Eagles.
But you notice when they go after Tank, it takes about 4 or 5 of their guys to get him down. So
a big 3rd down here for your Eagles, already leading 8-0. And I guess I just remembered I need to change the quarter. Needs to be 2nd quarter, so there you go. So there's no clock. I kind of lost track of that, but I got y'all all updated now. So we are in the 2nd quarter. It's just started, 11-14 and counting left in the first half. So again, Reiser in shotgun formation. Single back to his left is Tank. And there's a whistle. It's probably going to be a flag on the Eagles.
Delay game.
Yeah, and it will be a delay of game. I just heard Brad say that's what it is.
Maybe let's see, are they going to give us a timeout instead?
I think Coach Langford was calling for the timeout.
Yep, going to get the timeout instead.
So the flag, there it goes, that flag indicator. But there was no flag anyway because, as Brad just mentioned, the timeout was taken by the Eagles prior to the play clock running out.
Ken Moore and them were jumping up and down and trying to get Langford's attention, and I guess the ref saw, it's one of those things.
So again, the official did wave the flag. I'm not sure if y'all could see that. You should have been able to see that in front of you. The flag was waved off.
Baseball update, Eric. After 1-1.
Okay, so the Astros did take the early lead. I believe it was a Jeremy Pena hit, and then apparently the Phillies have tied. So apparently they figured out how to score today. Couldn't figure it out.
Yes, I see it.
Schwarber home run for Philly.
So
I see it going 7 games. Well, he cried after last night. I watched his interview. That was a good game by the pitching staff of
that was an amazing game.
Yeah.
So 3rd down for your Eagles coming up, and then at the Bulldog 35. Single back to the left of Keegan. Is so much Brad for, like you said, the interference, but I believe he took a shot at him.
Did after it.
Right after he went by, and the referee's looking right at him. And of course, he threw his hands in the air. I believe that was Castellanos, number 4, on the coverage for the Bulldogs. And but you got to know that, and I'm sure the officials have talked about that they're not going to take mess off of anyone today. So
and that's good because then that's what
starts the fight.
That's what starts the fight. Like last week, we're going to flag everybody. Be fair and but that's a good job calling it right there.
Well, that's got to come back here from the spot. I'm not sure where the teams are lined up. It's not from the spot of the foul.
Well, no, yeah, correct. I mean, that's what I meant. I knew what you meant. and you knew what I meant, but we just want to make sure that you folks know what we all meant.
But still, it puts us in the.
Okay, so the ball's going to be spotted about this. It's a handoff, and
That's one thing about video boards.
They got a video.
in about 6. I don't see any flags, so that will count. So your Eagles are now ahead 14-0, extra point to come. And we'll see what happens on this one. The last one, in case you're just joining us, the snap was, I thought, fairly good, but Keegan did drop the football, but was able to pick it up, roll to his right, and score the 2-point conversion. So let's see what happens here. The offense looks like it's on the field, Brad, so maybe they're going to elect to go for 2 once again. Just flat out go for 2 this time.
You got the bonus point last time, so if you miss it, you're no
So
harm.
they are riser and shotgun formation, single back to his right is Tank. So there's movement, and they may change their mind now because that's going to be a flag on the Eagles. I see they didn't remove the flag.
Go for this.
And they may, just because
The back
we know our we know how our field goal kicking and extra point kicking has been. It hasn't been very good for those of y'all that haven't been with us most of the season.
And Nehemiah patted his chest. He kind of got set there and kind of turned to look for the plate. I guess his foot just.
So they are going for it again. There's a snap to Riser. Riser drops back. He's scrambling around, looking for an open receiver. He's not going to find one. He fumbles it, and the Bulldogs do fall on it, but it's down. So no good on that 2-point conversion. So with 10 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first half, your new score here from Marion, Texas is going to be your Luling Eagles 14 and the Marion Bulldogs team 3A Division 1, or just to say the Conference 3A playoffs, Division 1 playoffs, and they do represent District 13, as do the other 6 schools in our district. So good on both sides of the football. What do you see happening for the rest of this first half?
Just whatever the game plan is, stick to it. Murray Keegan just barely overthrew him. He was wide open on that, and he even had Jackson wide open going down the sideline there. So he had plenty of receivers.
That was a good call of not kicking it, because if you look at the flags, they would have been kicking into the wind.
A pretty good wind. Yeah, wind is blowing strong from that direction.
So you would want it more towards your back with the way we kick it.
So there's a kick. Going to be fielded by the Bulldogs at about the 16-yard line. Running it back. And the far side, a good return there. Knocked out of bounds. Looks like that was number 4, Castellanos. I want to make sure I had his name right. Dominic Castellanos. And that last name is Castellanos. Castellanos.
And Marion's trying everything to get every little flag they can.
I noticed after the missed extra point attempt there for the Eagles, their guy that came up to loose ball jumped up and pointed like first down right in one of our guys' face. It's like, good. Look at the scoreboard. You're down 14.
Guys, let's just be real with the fans and our supporters that watch us on all these broadcasts. These guys, they watch film, and so they know what's coming. They know they can get under these Eagles. Right. They know that they can get under our skin if I said thank you, Brad. That's exactly what I wanted to say. They know that they just got to, like I said, they have to maintain the composure.
They got to keep their emotions in check.
And they got to know it's coming, because like I said, they've watched film. They've watched these prior games where we've had ejections of players, and so they know what they want to do to try to get in the head, like y'all just mentioned, of the Eagles. So,
but it's good, like Brad said, the refs are setting the tone first off. You know, as we build the lead with Marion, you know they're going to come out harder and harder, and frustration's going to set in.
So there's a good run on first down for the Bulldogs. There's a whistle.
Another ball on the ground there.
That might have been what the whistle, kind of like a short whistle instead of the long one that you'd expect at the end of a play. But it is a good game there for the Bulldogs on first down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and short, 2nd and 1. And ball be spotted about the 48 of Marion. So again, shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. There's a snap taken, and a fake a handoff, and intercepted by the Eagles. Javon Jackson, number 4, comes up with it. It was tipped. It was
deflected.
The intended receiver deflected it, and then ended up Johnny on the spot. Number 4, Javon Jackson for the Eagles, and there's a turnover the second turnover of the game for your Eagles. So, Brad, you and I talked before the game that one of the other things we had to do is win the turnover battle. And so far, the Eagles are winning that turnover battle 2-0. So the ball be spotted at midfield, 1st and 10.
I saw Coach Langford having a good discussion with the official. One of the Marion kids kind of came in late onto the pile there. So not trying to get that call, but get it for the next time, hopefully.
Riser in shotgun formation hands it off to Tank. Tank with a good run, running hard, and he gets a first down. He's going to cross the 40-yard line and get to about the 38, 39, somewhere in there. Let's see, it's spotted at the 39 officially. So another first down for your Eagles.
And these Eagle offensive linemen are having a fun time out there. But they're slapping high fives and stuff with each other.
And that's good because
they're controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
And that's what they need to do. They need to control.
And guys, let's just be honest. It's amazing what will happen when you get a lead.
Yes.
And when you can play with a lead, and that's what we meaning the Luling Eagles are doing right now. So there's a snap to Riser, screen pass. That's Nehemiah Murray out there in the flat, and it's going to be a good gain by Nehemiah on the first down, and it may be another first down. Is what I'm
going to get about 6.
Okay, so you're right, Brad. It'll be about 6, so it's going to be spotted at about the 33. It looks like.
Let's call it 32, Eric.
Okay, so
one thing I want to do next year is try to keep better of our time of possession. It's pretty much we've ran the clock. I mean, our clock management's been awesome.
Well, Marion only has about 3 first downs in this game, so that helps a lot there. And then, like I said, when we get it, we're driving it. So.
And then we're snapping with about 8, 7 maybe.
Screen pass once again to Nehemiah Murray. Good catch by Nehemiah on that. It was a little behind him, but because of that, the Bulldog defenders were on top of him before he could really get his momentum going down the field. So it's going to bring up a third down for your Eagles. It's a little bit of a loss on that play. The ball's going to be up at the 34.
I'd like to see the Eagles kind of pump that to him here in a minute, release Jackson. Marion's kind of over-pursuing to that throw.
3rd and 5 for your Eagles. Riser in shotgun formation, single back to his right.
And Brad and Eric, you notice the defense is starting to wear down there. They're starting to.
Nehemiah makes the catch. He's going to have the first down. I believe he's going to be real close to it anyway. Yes, he does have it. Well, I'm looking at this lineman right here, and Brad doesn't quite have him or Steph doesn't quite have him in the shot, but it's a first down for your Eagles, trust me.
But you're right, Greg. You see Marion, some of their players kind of struggling to catch their
board on my trusty remote operator. So while there's a break, let's go ahead and run the commercial for LNS. So stay tuned. You are watching the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. If I can hit the right button, sorry.
Well, we're almost back to action now.
Okay, well, I did get it, so we'll go ahead and let it run.
A lot of people multitasking watching this game and these shows. I'm looking at all 5 minutes.
We need to get the shout-outs in, too, again in a little bit, guys.
Okay, let me pull up my phone real quick.
It's still running, but we'll go as soon as it.
So, grab the family and head on over to LNS Mexican Restaurant.
We're back to action here on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. Sorry for that delay. I'm kind of on one side and here in the stands. I was trying to couldn't reach over far enough to get the commercial to play. So glad I was finally able to do that. So a run there on first down by Caden Lopez. Tank is going to be a gain of about 2. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Ball about the 26-yard line of your Eagles. I'm sorry, the Bulldogs. And this fumble is picked up. And fortunately picked up for the Eagles. They didn't lose the ball on a turnover there. I believe Riser is the one that picked that up and kind of.
They got a yard out of that, actually.
I believe they did, Brad, because they're at the 25 now. So I had them at the 26. So it'll be a 3rd and about 7.
That's figured. It's definitely 4-down territory for the Eagles here.
And like y'all mentioned, the wind blowing this direction in on the Eagles, I would have to say for sure 4-down territory. Shotgun formation for Keegan. Handoff to Tank, who was the back there to his left, and gets shut down, Tank. He gets about a yard or maybe 2, and that's all he got. He was driven straight back by the Bulldogs after that point. So It's going to bring up a 4th down, as Brad mentioned, more likely 4-down territory. It's like it's going to be 4th and about 5. So a big play here for your Eagles on offense. See if they can keep the momentum going, keep the chains moving. Again, Riser in shotgun formation. This time Tank is to his right. There's a whistle, and it's going to be some movement on the Eagles, and they're going to be backed up 5 yards, it looks like.
While you're doing that, Eric, our little statistician Samuel Diaz sent me a message. He said Marion leads the series 12-6. Marion won last meeting 45-18. That was in 2020. Our last win against them was in 2014, 28-0. So I really appreciate him all season long providing.
Yes, we have dubbed him our associate producer. So he is now a part of us too. He's an honorary member, just like our other honorary member over here, Patricia Calloway. I see her; she's sitting here watching the game. So 4th down again for your Eagles. 4th and 10 now. There's a snap taken by Riser. He's got some pressure, and let's see if he can get away from it. He's trying to. He does finally. He's got a man up the field. Oh, and almost a good catch there by Nehemiah Murray. It was an excellent pass there by Keegan under heavy pressure, but unfortunately there was some good coverage out there on defense by the Bulldogs of Nehemiah Murray, and Nehemiah was just unable to come up with that as Keegan threw that ball. It was right around the 10-yard line, so incomplete pass, and it'll go over on downs to Marion, be 1st and 10.
Yeah, great job by Keegan to keep it alive, give us a chance there on it. And I really didn't see. He may have had room. He might could have ran for that 1st down on that, but all the backs went with Murray down the field.
It's huge defensive line here to get a stop.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff and a good play on defense. They got to hang on. He's fighting forward. Is that running back for the Bulldogs? That's looks like 32.
32?
32, yes. That's going to be Kenneth Irwin for the Bulldogs. So it's going to be a gain of about 3, it looks like. It's going to put the ball at the 32-yard line.
What is that, about the 6th or 7th guy to have a carry for them now? They're spreading it around.
I believe so, yeah. Like you mentioned, Brad, they're going to try to do whatever they can to try to get this win, and that involves seems to involve a lot of their players apparently. So shotgun formation, Sanchez drops back, being blitzed by Murray. He got it's intercepted. Number 1, James Ledesma. He got a hand on the ball. I believe he's going through, and James is still going down the field. There's a flag. It's probably going to be on the Eagles for that, as far as that part of it's concerned. But it is going to be another turnover on the Bulldogs. I do believe, guys.
I think somebody got hit his arm.
It was Nehemiah Murray. He was going through. I saw him coming around the end. So it will be a flag. I'm almost certain it's going to be a block in the back. And then I see James down here. He's talking with Coach Ben Yock, and I'm not sure what that's about. I know he didn't look like he was very happy, but made a big play on defense. He should be happy, but he doesn't seem like he is. So I don't know if he just didn't like the fact that the Eagles committed a penalty while he was trying to run an interception back.
It'll be an illegal block on the Eagles.
So it will back them up.
But Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. Marriott hasn't been across midfield yet, have
I don't think they have.
No, they haven't.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, they haven't been across.
I think maybe once they did get across, but yeah, they did when they were stopped short here in front of us on the 4th down.
Okay, yes.
So that was the only time, though. So far, that's the only time. So the Eagles will have the ball in Bulldog territory at the Bulldog 44-yard line.
Let's run down the clock and then get it.
4:40 left to play here.
I didn't see who gets the ball in the second half because we walked in.
Yeah, well, we kicked off, so we will get it. Yes. So handoff to Tank. Tank with a good run down the field. That's going to be a 1st down. He's still going. His Garion tacklers with him. Still Garion tacklers. So it's going to be to about the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs. It's going to be a 1st and 10.
Now we got a flag.
Late flag. Yeah, Greg, you missed it. We actually had a touchback on our opening kickoff.
Oh, wow.
We actually kicked it into the guy kind of misplayed it, rolled into the end zone, but our first touchback of the year.
We have a late flag. I don't know. Just Nehemiah threw up his hands like again.
Well, we'll see what the flag is about. And I see Coach Langford here Not sure if you can. Yeah, I believe you can see him there. Where if you see where the 14 is of Luling, that's
look for
him.
the legs there.
That's him right there. So
The Langford stance.
So there he is. You can see him there in your picture. Shout out to Coach Langford's father, Michael Langford. He's been tuning in.
Horseman-like against Marion on that.
Okay, so good. We'll take that for sure. Coach Langford Senior, as I like to call him.
Michael Langford.
Yeah, Mr. Langford. He lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. For those of y'all that aren't aware, but he does support his son. He watches every broadcast. As far as I know, that anytime the Eagles are playing, he's tuned in and watching. So, Mr. Langford, thank you. We appreciate you tuning in. I know we've had the privilege of meeting you, all of us, and so we definitely thank you for your support. We sure appreciate it. So it will be on the Bulldogs, as Brad mentioned. So going to put the ball at about the 16-yard line, and 1st and 10 for your Eagles. So looking to build on a 14-0 lead. There's a snap. Throw. It's a screen pass. It's going to be, this time it is a forward pass. It was the whistle was blown dead. And it looks like Nehemiah's a little unhappy with himself for not making that catch. He felt like he should have done that. But wasn't done. So 4:20 left in the first half. And again, if you're just joining us, we don't have the clock there in front of you because it seemed to crash the scoreboard. And since we always get the question of what is the score when I don't have the scoreboard on, I wanted to go ahead and just not run the clock. But we'll give you updates as to how much time's left. Tank has the football going up the field. A good run again. It's going to be close to a first down for Tank.
Lopez on the carry. Pick up about 9 on the play.
Yeah, it's about 9 on that first down play. He's going to bring up second and about 1 side the 10-yard line. Turn the flag indicator off again. See, I can remember to turn it on, but I can't seem to remember to turn it off, and have issues. There we go. So Reiser back in shotgun formation, takes a snap, hands it to Tank. It's going to be a first down, or should be. Yes, he does get to right around the 5-yard line. So it'll be a first and goal for your Eagles. So far, guys, let's just we'll have to just say I'm not sure unless you guys are seeing something different than I am. The Eagles have pretty much dominated both sides of the football.
Absolutely.
In this
they're controlling the game, which is good, and they're keeping somewhat of a cool. They're keeping cool heads, and then that's what they need.
Fake handoff by Reiser. He takes it and runs up the field, tries to bull his way into the end zone, but doesn't quite make it. But he does get to about the 3, it looks like. So it'll be a second and goal at that point.
And I like the clock management.
Yes, absolutely.
If you see where we're snapping the ball, I don't know if they, like you said, they watch film, so maybe they did some. Maybe that loss kind of helped us in a way.
So Reiser in shotgun formation, Tank to his right. He's got a receiver on it, 2 receivers to the right. Handoff to Tank, and he just walks in. Touchdown, Eagles. So that will give the Eagles their 20th point of this evening.
That's his 3rd TD.
And is that his 3rd touchdown? I know he had. Yeah. Again, I think you're right. I believe this is. He's had all 3 touchdowns. So.
That's what I have.
So let's see if the Eagles elect to go for 2 again here, or elect to kick the extra point. You would think that it kicked the extra point, but like you mentioned, Brad, there is an issue with the wind, so they may really decide to go ahead and just go for 2 while they're just going to this end of the field.
And it's blowing weird. It's like more coming out of the south, east, southwest kind of. If you look at the flags, and then it changed directions.
Going to take our last time out here.
Okay, so we're going to take our final time out here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So no timeouts left, and of course the Bulldogs still have all 3 of theirs. You can see there in front of you. So do we have any shout-outs, guys? Well, we got a little break. It's a good time to try to get them in. So.
Oh, yeah, there's lots.
And we got an update, too, Brad, on the ball game. And, last you said it was 1-1 between the Houston Astros and the Philadelphia Phillies. See, we don't want you guys to miss anything, so we're going to try to keep you updated. We do have someone in the stadium, too.
Still 1-1 into 2.
Okay, so we still have someone here with their iPad, got it fired up, but it's kind of hard for us to sorry about that, communicate with him when we're on the air, but maybe at halftime I'll try to get over, sneak a little peek over here, but we are, speaking of halftime, we are about 2 minutes away, actually 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
I got it whenever you're ready, Eric.
Go ahead.
Carrie Ann, Cassandra Schuler-Horton, Rolanda Camacho, Courtney Rogers. I think that's Coach Kalman's.
Yeah, Coach Kalman's mother, yes.
Gabriella Gillian, Kwanzaa Lachey Steen, Eva Angels.
Angeles.
Okay.
There's a snap, and Reiser keeps the ball. He's going to be short. There's a flag that came out. He's going to be short of converting on the 2-point conversion, but let's see who the flag is on. I'm not sure if the flag is on the Eagles or on the Bulldogs.
Marion's got 12 on the field.
And if that's the case, Brad, then the Eagles should get another chance at that
I believe here.
2-point conversion from about a yard closer.
Yeah, get half the distance, and that's coming out of a timeout. I mean, that's as much on coaching as that is on players there.
So I believe Brad is correct. The flag is going to be on the Bulldogs. So the Eagles will get another crack at the 2-point conversion, and it should be half the distance, so it should be from the 1-yard line instead of from the 2-yard line.
Legal substitution call against the Bulldogs.
It's exactly what it was, 12 men on the field, as you mentioned. I'm sure those you could hear that over the loudspeaker on your. So here's a snap to Reiser, a handoff, and I believe Tank is going to score the 2-point conversion. Yes, he is. So 2 more points for your Eagles. So that's going to make the score with 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first half. Your Luling Eagles 22 and the Marion Bulldogs 0. And we got a few fans here. You know, it's not a very long trip from Luling to Marion, and these fans are. I'm not sure if you can get a shot of that, but they're standing up here applauding these guys, and they should be.
Yeah,
so the message I got.
Effort has been amazing so far tonight for these Eagles.
Okay, so we did get a message. He is listening. I told you guys he was listening. Just like I told you, Mama Lamondria Jackson is listening. Mr. Langford's, and I'm gonna call you that, so I hope you don't mind. You're Coach Langford Senior here now and forever. Our head again. 2 minutes 37 seconds left in the first half.
Key for the Eagle defense here, have to get a stop, cannot let Marion score here. We mentioned the Eagles will be getting the ball coming out of the half.
You don't want to give them any
momentum.
Yeah.
No.
Eric, we got to work on that thing we talked about getting a hat up there to Albuquerque for him.
Yeah, well, actually, when he comes down again, Mr. Langford, come see us when you do come down again. We do. So there's a kickoff, and fielded short kickoff. It's Castellanos, number 4, and gets to the outside and takes a hit out there, and there comes flags. We know all about that, don't we? So especially if you've been tuned in all season, you know anytime the action seems to head to the sidelines, those yellow flags seem to come flying out of the referee's pockets for some reason.
That was a late hit by the Eagles on that one. But the good thing was there was no fights. Everybody kept their calm.
You notice they had their backs turned. They said, okay, we got to head back to the sideline.
And I'm sure our coaches have preached that to them as well. Yeah, you got to know that, guys. I mean, I'm almost sure of that. I mean, anybody that's followed football, I'm sorry, for any amount of time should.
Well, you see, York
be aware of that.
Kennemore, they're like ready to run. You know, they're probably like saying, "Okay, guys, come on, let's go."
So I see one of the officials. I like that they're coming and giving an explanation to Coach Langford as well. So I'm sure their coach, Coach Miller, got an explanation over there on their sideline.
They're doing their job, too.
The refs are doing a great job keeping this under control so far by calling those penalties.
And I'm not picking on them, but, man, they're short.
There's a kind of a small crew there.
The last couple of ones I was worried about them.
So that will put the Bulldogs in Eagle territory, but I know you were mentioning that a while ago. This is only the second time that we're aware of that they've been in Eagle territory in this ball game, and they'll be at the Eagle 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
But you almost got to believe that quarterback's going to be kind of scared because now he's already got 2 picks.
So Castellanos, this time, he started out under center, but now he's backing up to shotgun formation. Single back to his right, a couple of receivers to his right, a couple actually to his left. He drops back. He's looking deep. He throws it out, and the receiver falls down. They're throwing a flag, but I have to say, folks.
Oh, there's another one up at the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, I do not agree. The roughing the passer is the one at the line of scrimmage that you're talking about, Brad. I don't agree with that call of interference. Their receiver fell down. I looked right at it. So he tripped on the turf monster got it.
They're only going to get one of them anyway. They're not going to get both penalties. So
What was the other flag?
Roughing the passer.
Okay, roughing the passer. But what was this one?
That's going to be a pass interference.
Okay. Well, but I mean, I didn't agree with that. I'm sorry. I mean, if that's what it was, yeah. I mean, I understand.
But they're only going to get one of the 15s anyway.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, that I don't agree with that call because, like I said, I was looking right at it, and trust me, folks.
Yeah, if anything, their feet just got tangled.
Yeah,
there was no push by the defender.
But that flag came out. I mean, now you and I both reacted because I kind of said, I just didn't say it as loud as you did. So,
not sure what the discussion is here.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Call one live ball penalty. I mean,
and in essence, a 3-touchdown lead. So,
not sure what the discussion is here. We're going to be here till Saturday.
Well, y'all will. I got to work tomorrow.
So do I. Actually, I do.
Too.
I forget it's Thursday, so and not Friday. So, yeah. So I think we're all three having to work tomorrow. So,
are they going to call both of them?
No, they can only take one.
Yeah, they're taking the roughing the passer.
Yeah, I don't know
so
what difference it makes. So they're 15.
Yeah.
And the ball will be spotted. Looks like at about the 30-yard line of the Eagles.
2:24 left to play here in the first half.
30-yard line.
So, see if the Eagles can step up here in big series here coming up. Big set of downs. So, single back to the left of Sanchez is going to be number 22. The other Sanchez, Christian Sanchez. Handoff, and he's stacked up as Christian Sanchez. Doesn't gain anything. They gave him a yard. I don't even know that he got that, but that's what they're calling. So it's going to be a 2nd and 9.
Marion's trying to go a little hurry up here, but 2 minutes. They have 3 timeouts. They're inside the 30.
So again, Sanchez at quarterback takes the snap. He drops the ball and throws it out, and it's good defense there. Caught. And let's see, who is that?
Yeah,
that's Tanner Tucker, number 6. But Tanner is a senior, and he's not. I'm sure he's not ready to stop playing. I'm sure he's not ready for this to be his final game here in the Luling Eagle uniform. So good tackle there by Tanner, and a loss for the Bulldogs. They're back to the 31-yard line. Loss of a couple, looks like.
Marion took their first time out here in the first half.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 11. So let's see what the Bulldogs come up with as I take their timeout off the scoreboard. So they see they're down with 2 timeouts. And again, see it, good shot. Thank you, Stephanie. Minute 51 left in the first half. And again, your Luling Eagles on top, 22-0. So, and again, thank you for everybody. Greg just gave a lot of shout-outs. We'll have him give some more here in the second half. We missed you the first time. We apologize, but we love you. If you tune in, we love you. So we appreciate all the support that we get. So Chrissy Schuler, I know that her dad is. I'm sure he's looking down tonight. Dredford Schuler always was a big supporter of Luling athletics. I know Brad's well aware of it, and so I'm sure he's looking. I'm sure he's jumping up and down, shaking heaven up a little bit with this result right now. And hopefully the Eagles can come through for the remainder of the game and come out with a W.
The only one I haven't seen is our number 1, but I'm pretty sure he's listening.
So shotgun formation for the quarterback. Takes the snap, had it back to either side, throws it in a hook and ladder, and an excellently executed hook and ladder. And the pitch was given to number 3, Bo Stahl, and it's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. So I guess if there's one bright or silver lining, let me say, on that, guys, is that the Eagles are still going to have a minute 44 to come back and answer that touchdown. But I have to say, as I mentioned, I don't know either way to say it. It was perfectly executed. I guess it's a more appropriate way to say it. So Bulldogs are back to attempt the extra point, and Eagles are trying to jump, but they got back. There's the snap, hold kick, and the extra point by number 21 is good. That's Jackson Garner and JAXON on that first name for the Bulldogs. So the Eagles now lead 22-7. So,
and it took a trick play to get the Eagles off guard there.
Exactly. But I mean, exactly what they needed to do. The receiver ran
calling it there.
The receiver ran the slant perfectly to the sideline. And like you mentioned, Brad, I see the athlete that Stahl is, and just comes right around that corner and pitches it to him perfect, and no one out there for the Eagles to make a stop on defense. So, But as I mentioned, a minute 44 left. That's the silver lining. If you want to look at it, if you're an Eagle fan, they do have a chance to answer that score, and so it can pretty much nullify the score that they just made. So,
and if I would suspect, as Marion as I know him, I would suspect an onside kick.
I'd be aware of it at least.
Yeah, be aware of.
And Eagles have all hands guys in. There's all
I noticed
low
that
numbers out there.
They're all getting their assignments, telling them what to do.
So
it's got to go 10 yards. So,
and that's a deep kick, so it won't be, but it'll be returnable. So I believe that's Reiser, and he's at the 8-yard line. Fairly good return by Keegan, and he's going to get to about the 25, which is pretty much where they would have had it had he fair caught the ball. But I do see an injury. It wasn't him.
Marion.
Oh, it's a Marion. I was hoping it wasn't Keegan, and it wasn't. So
there was a flag down somewhere, or no?
No, just injury.
So actually, they get an extra yard because it looks like they're going to be spotting the ball at the 26-yard line, not the 25. 1st and 10 for your Eagles at that spot.
So Marion has 2 timeouts, so the Eagles can't just take a knee and take it into the half here. They got to move the ball a little bit.
Watch for the strips.
Yeah, ball security is a priority here.
We want the touchdown, but protect the ball. Don't give them any other reason to.
And I'm looking at the World Series game. I didn't know. Apparently, the Phillies are wearing their throwback uniforms. I'm just now noticing that. So, 1st and 10 for your Eagles. Snap taken by Reiser. Fakes a handoff. And he's looking out for a receiver. But doesn't find when he gets pressure, and he is sacked. So, a substantial loss, and immediately the Bulldogs call timeout. So,
Bulldog timeout.
it's going to leave them with 1 left in the half. But bad start there on 1st down. It looks like several receivers went out into the pattern, but really Reiser just couldn't find anyone open. Right. So it just eventually the front personnel, the front 4, just kind of closed in on him. So the ball will be spotted, looks like, at about the 14-yard line of the Eagles. So it looks like it'll be a loss of about 12 on that play. So it'll bring up a 2nd down at about 22. So we're now at about a minute 28 left. Not about, we are at a minute 28 left in the first half. And again, 2nd and long for your Eagles. So the Eagles will need to get to the 36-yard line for a 1st down. And again, they're at their own 14. I didn't think the down marker was in the right place, and I was right. They had moved it. They moved it now. So Reiser back in shotgun formation, single back to his right. Takes a snap, hands off, and I believe that was Tank there. And hand off to Tank. Tank with a good carry. And there's the final timeout for the Bulldogs. So you can't take them with you, folks.
Scoreboard was showing they had 2 left, but they took one.
No,
offense.
This should be the final timeout. Yes,
they took the one right before the touchdown play.
So the ball's going to be spotted at the 18-yard line, looks like, and it's going to be a 3rd down, and it's going to be about 18.
They still got it up there.
Well, it doesn't matter what's on the scoreboard. It's what the official shows on, but. He didn't signal it. They'd only give that whistle in kind of the 3 pumps there. But
and just to let everyone know while there's a break, we mentioned the sponsors, and because we appreciate all they do for us, for all the sports, for here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. Just in case you're not aware, they do rotate. Of course, the title sponsors stay there constantly. They do not rotate, but the other sponsors that we have do rotate. So they're the ones that you see in the middle on the rotating billboard type. I don't know what you'd call that. Just I guess icon, billboard icon. So there's a 3rd down for the Eagles, and Reiser in shotgun formation. Oh, and a fumble, and a good thing. That was Tank that fell on it after the handoff. So thank goodness, because that would have been a disaster for the Eagles to give up a ball deep in the territory, and where the Bulldogs could have possibly cut into the lead even further.
And the Eagles need to be smart here. They should not snap this for the punt until 1 on the play clock here.
So the loss will be to about the 14-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 4th and about 22 once again. So there's a snap. Oh, and pressure on Nehemiah, and he punts it straight in the air. But fortunately, the Eagles get a roll. And so
Leto's trying to bend it. Let's go.
So the ball is going to be spotted at it's going to be in Eagle territory, but it's going to be at the 42-yard line.
And Eagles could have ran about another 10 seconds or so off of that snap, kind of early there. It's going to give Marion 39 seconds left here in this first half.
I'd watch that hook and ladder again.
Watch any kind of trick here.
So the ball will be spotted again at the Eagle 42-yard line for the Bulldogs, 1st and 10. So again, Sanchez back at quarterback. This is Dylan Sanchez. Christian Sanchez is number 22 running back. The back, Bo Stahl, is to the right of Sanchez. He throws the ball out into the flat, and the connection and caught. The ball's going to be to the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. On first down, the catch made by number 12 there for the Bulldogs. That's Zylan Kieser, I guess that is. And so there's a snap and a throw and open receiver wide open. It's going to be a touchdown.
Defensive back fell on it.
So a 30-yard touchdown from and I believe that was I don't know if it was Castellanos. I heard it was Castellanos number 4 that made the catch. So touchdown for the Bulldogs. So it's going to make the score 22-13. So with the extra point to come. So going for the extra point once again are the Bulldogs. So again, number 21 on the hold. That's Garner.
Lineman moved.
The lineman moved. I guess that's what someone plowed right into the lineman. I think they did that just to maybe show, that the lineman did move. So I think they're going to elect to go for 2 with this penalty.
The
penalty is on the Eagles, and I'm not sure. I mean, like you mentioned, Brad, you would think they did that just to show that one of their players moved, but there sure is a lot of discussion, and I'm not sure. It seems like the Bulldogs seem to think that they're the beneficiaries and that they're going to get this call. They're still discussing it. Yeah, so
bringing the other lineman over, see what he had.
Yeah, right. Each official has seen. So,
I mean, if their guy moved, our guy can react to it.
Yeah, you can go in there and touch him, bump him.
But Marion is down 9, so it would kind of make sense to maybe go for the 2 here.
If the penalty is on the Eagles, that is, So they're talking to the Marion. I'm assuming that's Coach Miller out there that is being talked to by the official. So here comes a call from the official. It is going to be on the Bulldogs, yes. So
personal foul on the Eagles. I'm not sure how you get that.
I believe that maybe it was just the roughness maybe of the. But it is football. I mean,
the guy's off balance already because he moved. Any hit on him is going to knock him down.
So it looks like
he's in a stance.
Another flag. I mean, I don't know if there was a second flag. He made another signal, and I'm not sure. I guess there are going to be offsetting penalties. I would assume that's what the case is going to be.
I guess you call them offset.
Replay the down.
Really, you should mark off their 5 and then half the distance back from there.
So I believe it's going to be offsetting fouls. That's what it's a result of all this is. And so they are going to elect to go for the extra point once again, are the Bulldogs. So there's the snap, there's the kick, and it's going to be no good. I believe it's going to be short.
Going to keep it a 2-possession game.
So it will get a 2-possession game, as you mentioned.
I think that was blocked.
Ledesma got
a hand on it.
Yeah. But the kicker, actually, I had it wrong earlier. Garner is the holder, and I believe I said he was the kicker on the first one. The kicker is number 30, Meyer Caden, I guess that is, Kaiden. And the roster has him listed as a kicker, so I'm sure that's probably correct. So
we talked about that. We got 21 seconds going in the half. They scored quick, but we got to come out in the next half and play our football.
Yeah, you're still at 2 touchdowns. It's 9 or 2 scores. It's 9 points.
So we're at 21 seconds left in the first half. And again, as the guys just mentioned, Eagles leading 22-13, two-possession game right now.
I would imagine the Eagles wouldn't do anything too fancy here.
Just nail on
anything,
it.
fair catch to kick off if it's in the air, and then let's take a knee. Let's go into the half and regroup a little from these last 2 minutes and
figure out what like you said. That hook and ladder caught him off guard. You can't fault that. But that blown coverage there where that receiver was wide open, that could be addressable.
So kickoff coming here for the Bulldogs. There it is. And doesn't roll. I thought it was going to roll into the end zone. Tank picked it up and got a short run back. Got it to about the 16-yard line. It looks like the Eagles will have it there 1st and 10.
Yeah, ball kind of.
Yeah, it kind of
like
just
a high pitching way. It just got hit and stuck there.
Kind of stuck, didn't it? Yeah. So 1st and 10 for your Eagles. You would think, you mentioned, Brad, a little earlier, they couldn't do that, but now they can. No timeouts left for the Bulldogs, so they can just, if they elect to do that, kneel on the football and go into the half, like you mentioned, knowing they're going to get the ball coming out of the half. See Coach Jock down here. I was looking at him. He didn't look too happy about something. I'm not sure what that was about, but maybe a penalty or something there. The officials are talking.
I'm not sure what they're.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they'd be talking about. I didn't see a flag. Did you guys see
They huddle more than the teams do.
I'm sure if you guys saw a flag. I didn't see one. So
I guess on the spot.
I believe that there's an issue with the chains, too. Actually, they got it. They're trying to set the chains, I guess is what it is.
Well, the chains aren't set anywhere near where the ball is going to be set, so.
There may have been a flag because they're moving the ball, unless they're just hadn't the ball spotted in the wrong area. I'm not
But it's
sure.
just 5 yards. I'm not sure what would be on the kicking team for 5 yards like that, but.
I didn't see a signal from the official either. So.
It's all for nothing here.
Yeah, really it is, Brad, as you mentioned, yeah. So there's a snap coming to Reiser, and he's just going to take a knee, as we mentioned. So that will be the final play of the first half. So we're headed to halftime here at Marion, Texas, and Marion ISD Stadium. And the halftime score is your Luling Eagles 22 and the Marion Bulldogs 13. So we're going to take a little bit of a break right now, catch our breath, and get a little refreshment. And we'll be back for the second half shortly. So stay tuned. You are watching the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. And prior to that, we're going to go ahead and run the commercial for the Luling Foundation. That's the only one we haven't run of the ones we have. So stay tuned. We'll be back with you shortly.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product.